We have some major breaking news. Harry Sisson is under extreme heat right now as, get this, being a womanizer, which is awfully wild coming from the champion of feminism. Here's the story. So this is Carly, and Carly was not happy with Harry Sisson's video where that girl's hand was all over his face. Why was she not happy, you might ask? Well, Carly was under the impression that she was talking to Harry months ago and was exclusive with him. Roll it.
Then February comes around and he shows up on TikTok Live with hickeys on his neck. So I was like, obviously there's someone else, and you're being dishonest with me.
Oh, but it gets way better. Since Carly has come out with that video, Harry is denying these accusations against him. But Carly comes with receipts. Here's a Snapchat from Harry to Carly that says, LMAO, see, your opinion is the only one that mattered. And when she started to ask, who am I in competition with, he said, it's not that there's competition. I'm not getting from a bunch of girls or having with a bunch of girls. You're not going to believe this, but it gets even better. Carly found out that Harry was talking to more than just her and the girl that he ended up with. He was talking to up to a dozen females at the same time, and that's just that we know about so far.
In that comment section, I saw another woman say something regarding the fact that they had been talking a month prior, and I was like, wait a second, I need to know if this is legit. So I DM'd her.
And when she DM'd her, she found out that girl was telling the truth, and then they found out about more women. Check this out. This is a live where all the women are talking about how they got played by Harry.
He had flat told us, hey, I am talking to other people. When we asked, when all, like, a fucking dozen of us asked, hey, are you talking to anybody? Instead, he lied and said he did not have a roster and that he was not talking to anybody.
Roster for Harry Sisson, champion of feminism. I'm 37 years old. You know something I've never done, Harry? I've never played women at the same time. Not once have I ever cheated or talked to multiple women at the same time. I guess that makes me a Republican on higher moral ground than you. I'm almost done. Even Dean Withers is upset with Harry. Roll it.
But what I will say is, from what I've seen, I'm not happy.
Apparently, Dean forgot how quickly his friends forgave him for being the resident racist of the group. They had to have your back while you were saying all those things back in the past that was quite racist. But as soon as Harry needs you, Dean's right back up on that moral high horse. Anyway, what I've gotten out of this is, Harry says he's a champion of feminism, he's a womanizer. Dean says he's a champion against racism, he's a racist. Maybe it's about time you guys start believing in that God that you don't believe in, so you can have an actual moral compass to live by.
Here's the hilarious part. People are feeling sorry for these women. Me personally, you shouldn't feel sorry for these women. These women are trying to share this guy has a huge following. They know if he did not have that huge following, they would not talk to this guy. And multiple women, 10 plus women for one man. Meanwhile, there's a man out there not getting any women. Have no ties, still could be liberal, still could be a decent looking guy that brushes teeth, and they still don't get with him. Why are they not with him? Why do you want to go share one man instead of go get you another average guy? And here is the more entertaining part. Those girls ain't just talking to him. They're talking to multiple people. So they are bashing a man for talking to multiple women, although they all are talking to multiple guys. He put that shit on himself. Because he's stupid enough to say that men are supposed to have one woman and be faithful and be, stupid, while women can go out there and do whatever they want. Why are you sending news to somebody that you're not in a relationship with? Why are you doing that? This guy has like almost 2 million followers and that's just TikTok alone. Think about that. And you think he has no other girls. You're that special. You're stupid. That's what you are.
Stupid.
You're very stupid. And then now we're supposed to believe that you're not talking to nobody. You just got into this thing with him and you started sending him your boobs and then now you mad. You mad because he asked multiple women for the same thing he asked you for. But that's not even the crazy part, y'all. It gets way worse than that. It gets more interesting when you start judging the character. Chick, this is the chicks that he got. Why is she not showing the face? Because she got a boyfriend. That's why she's not showing that face of hers. This right here is what's going to put the nail in the coffin for this guy, right?
Harry Sisson's troubles got a lot worse last night. Because yes, you have the woman he was coercing into sending explicit videos, but what we didn't know until last night is that Harry is involved with this guy named Camille. He started working with Camille about a year ago, and Camille was caught doing this same thing to a 14-year-old autistic minor, telling him he would use FBI connections if he told anybody. That minor sent screenshots to a woman involved with Harry. She said, hey, this is someone you're close with, someone you do business with, and this is not okay. She said Harry seemed like he cared and he would do something about it. Long story short, after multiple times reaching out to Harry and sending a multitude of screenshots, and instead of using his massive platform or connections to bring this to light, he starts protecting his friend that is grooming a 14-year-old minor. Man, I knew you were a spoiled rich kid with no morals, but even I didn't expect it to be this bad.
Men like this they don't have a backbone. So when they don't have a backbone, that means they bend and fold to whatever it is. So as you saying, like, oh, women's supposed to do this, and keep in mind, you can be a liberal and have your views. Not a problem. It's when you start demonizing people for certain things.
I just wanted to say that America failed women tonight.
I don't know if it's him, but it does say Harry, and it said, I'd F you raw after wine tasting. But that's just me.
You're nasty.
Jesus.
No, sorry, but Harry committed the criminal activities. So many receipts that it's hard to put it into a video.
So unfortunately, we have to talk about the Harry Sisson situation because I regret to inform these women that they've now been duped twice. Once by Harry, and the second time was by this lady, Sarah Uncensored, or Sarah is Censored on Twitter, who put out the big thread who was supposed to be sharing these girls' stories. But after receiving a lot of pushback on the initial thread, she shared another girl's story but completely misrepresented it, which has led to half the internet accusing Harry of being a G-word that rhymes with boomer of minors.
And he's about to find out what it feels like to actually be a man. Not a male, because right now he's just a male. But he's turning into a man. Because now you're about to see how all the women that you champion and praise, they're going to come down on you. And even the women that didn't send you anything, even the women you said hi to, they're about to jump out. The woodworks. Just to get on that bandwagon of clout. And when they get on that bandwagon of clout, you're going to see exactly what's going to happen to you because you're stupid. It's literally like having piranhas, alligators, crocodiles as pets, and then they eat you.
Talking about why everyone is now accusing Harry of this, she played dumb, then quietly deleted the evidence, and then tried to act like it was actually everybody else's fault that he was being accused of this. But don't take my word for it, just read her own words. This girl came with receipts, and the allegations are very serious because in this video, she accuses him of allegedly... And this might be it for Harry Sisson. But in that girl's video, she is very clear that she was accusing a guy that Harry had worked with of doing that.
When I started getting messages from a minor, whom I will not say the name, with autism, who is also in the Discord. He was probably around 14 at the time. And he was sending me some concerning things regarding what Camille would send to him.
And it's not just that one little clip. The video is about 9 minutes long, and it's very clear who she's talking about. Because nobody actually looks into anything, after that post went up is when you start seeing things like lawyer up Harry from one of Elon's favorite cat turd, or you see videos from people like older millennials saying Harry committed criminal acts. And you have this account with 700,000 followers who's saying, and another who is underage. But hey, mistakes happen, right? So Sarah hosted a 5-hour space last night where I'm sure she cleared up the huge mistakes she made in Hannah's story.
Because there's no clear distinction of what you're saying in the thread, now it's going around the internet that he is the one that's involved.
Sarah didn't even mention. No, stop. You need to stop, Diligent. Like, Sarah was very specific. She did exactly what Hannah's video said.
Very specific to what Hannah said, huh? Except for that one part. Mind you, this is at like midnight, and she had just taken the tweet down after it had been up for several hours and gone stupid viral everywhere. But when people kept asking about this, they decided to blame someone, but it wasn't Sarah.
Rumor came up.
It was done by older millennial, and you will have to ask him why he chose that word. I'm not going to I'm not going to defend what words anybody uses.
Damn, millennial, your friends threw you under the bus there. Mind you, this tweet had again already been taken down, so thought you conservatives stuck together. But then the cherry on top, today Sarah comes out and says this. This is Hannah. Unfortunately, many content creators on X embedded her video from my thread last night and misconstrued the truth about what she said. Did they misconstrue it, or did you misconstrue it
on purpose?
And then they ran with what you, the reporter who was reporting the story, said.
I don't think anybody should give anything to the left or the right, or if you're a conservative, liberal, whatever it is. I think you should always be moderate, because honestly, the truth is somewhere in the middle. And nowadays, I think it's a little bit more linked to the right than it is to the left. But the truth is somewhere in the middle. Conservatives would do stuff like that, like their enemy, like Harry. This is not to defend him, because I think he's stupid. But they'll try to paint him in certain lights. But that's what happens when you start getting with groomers. The same thing happened with Mr. Beast, right? When Mr. Beast's friend, his best friend, whatever, I don't know his name, but whatever his friend is, the one that turns into a girl, when they start doing that, and then he was grooming, and then now it's like, oh, well, Mr. Beast probably have something to do with that. That's not true, right? It's not true. You just affiliated with them. But if you have the knowledge of it, which Harry did, all these moral high grounds, but then your friend is over there doing all that stuff with the youngsters, then all of a sudden all those morals go out the window, brother. So it don't even make no sense. This guy, Dean, right? I heard, this is what they're saying now, and keep in mind, if anybody else know, y'all let me know, that he is I don't even know if you can say the R word, he's against dark people that's not white. So as much as he's like say that, you know, the MAGA people are the ones in the white pointy hoods.
Listen, I don't even know where to start. You know, I before coming on live, kind of like all day, I've kind of been like sitting back thinking about what I want to say in response to Harry and Chris, because I'm sure that you guys have all heard about that. I mean, it's been like the #1 story on Twitter for the last 30 hours straight. A couple news sources even picked it up. What I want to leave you guys with is, I'm not friends with Chris and Harry.
Damn.
And that's it. You know, there's so many thoughts that I have in my head.
I heard when he was being the R word against people, they came to his defense. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy how you just throw them under the bus like that? F them.